The house that wasn't there. I still don't know if I should have told anyone this. Some nights, when the memories come back, I convince myself that it all happened inside a dream. But then I look at the scratches on my hands, the torn pages in my notebook, and the picture I shouldn't have been able to take, and I know it was real. It started on a humid August evening. The power in my apartment kept flickering, and the air conditioner hummed like it was on its last breath. I had been pacing, restless, when my old landline phone rang. The thing had been dead for years. I hadn't paid for service since I got my cell. But the shrill ring filled my living room like an alarm bell. I picked it up with shaking hands. A voice whispered, "Come to where the road ends." Then static. Then silence. I tried to laugh it off, but I couldn't shake the sound. It wasn't just words, it was like the voice slid straight under my skin. My chest felt tight, like I'd been marked. That night, I couldn't sleep. At 2:47 a.m., I grabbed my car keys and drove. I don't know why, but I knew exactly what road it meant. The one outside of town, past the rusting gas station, where the pavement just stopped. And when I got there, it wasn't empty. A house stood at the very end of the road. A house that hadn't been there before. Old, Victorian, with peeling white paint and windows like black eyes staring out at me. The air around it felt colder, like I'd driven into another season. I should have turned back. I didn't. The porch creaked as I stepped up. The front door was unlocked. Inside smelled like damp wood and burnt matches. The wallpaper peeled in strips, but the furniture was spotless, like someone had just polished it. And the clock on the wall ticked, backwards. Room after room, I wandered. The more I moved, the more the house stretched. The layout didn't make sense. Hallways folded into each other, staircases ended at ceilings, and mirrors reflected things that weren't in front of them. I swear, one of them showed me standing there with someone right behind me, but when I turned, nothing. Then I found the study. On the desk was a journal, leather-bound, worn with age. My name was written on the first page. My handwriting. But the entries weren't mine. They were about places I'd never been, things I'd never done. And the last entry read, "He arrives tonight. He opens the last door." I dropped the book. The air shifted. Every door in the house slammed shut at once. The sound echoed like gunfire. Something moved in the walls. Crawling, scraping, like nails dragging across wood. The floor vibrated under my feet. I bolted for the front door, but the house wasn't letting me leave. Every time I tried, the hallways curved back into themselves. Upstairs, downstairs, the same doors, the same windows, repeating like a maze that was alive. And then, I saw it. At the very end of a hallway I swear hadn't been there before, stood a door. Black wood. Brass handle. No frame. just floating, attached to nothing, yet solid. The whispers started again. Open it. Open it. Open it. The voice was mine. I don't know how long I stood there, shaking. My body moved before my brain could stop it. I grabbed the handle and pulled. The world collapsed. I wasn't in the house anymore. I wasn't anywhere I knew. It was like stepping into the negative of a photograph. Colors inverted, sky like liquid metal, ground made of shifting shadows. Shapes moved in the distance, tall and thin, like people stretched too far. They noticed me. And they started walking closer. I ran back through the door, slamming it shut. My chest was on fire, my throat raw from screaming. The house was silent again. Too silent. When I finally stumbled outside, the sky was turning gray with dawn. My car was still there, keys in the ignition. I drove home shaking, headlights carving through mist. Here's the thing. When I got back, my apartment wasn't where I left it. The building looked the same, but inside, my furniture was arranged differently. My photos on the wall were of people I don't know. And the calendar on the fridge says it's 2027. It's supposed to be 2025. I haven't told anyone. I can't. I don't even know if I'm still in my world, or if the house spit me into a slightly wrong one. But every night, at 2:47 a.m., I hear the landline ring again. And the last entry in the journal keeps rewriting itself. Now it says, he opened the door once. Soon, he won't have a choice but to open it again.